Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Good evening, guys. Well, it's evening for me, but I don't know for the others. So, I just want to say good time zones, everyone. Whee! I hope you all had a good day. For those who's just starting their day, I hope it turns out good. For those whose day has practically ended just like me, then I hope your day was wonderful. Anyways, today we're gonna be playing some visual novel. Oh my gosh. I said I'm gonna do this like once a week and oh did I? Did I? Oh yes. It was last weekend, right, that I played the Bloody Painter. And to be honest, I'm actually not sure. Wait, hold on. Um so yeah, so today I'm gonna be playing another visual novel. Ooh, I'm so excited with this one because I actually kind of heard about the story about this because my friend actually played it and they said, "Ooh, this is kind of gory and stuff." And I was like, kind of interesting because Bloody Painter was would you consider that bloody? No. Eh, I mean, I guess so. oh, oh my gosh. So, yeah, I'm gonna be playing that today, and this will be my first time playing it, unlike the Bloody Painter. So, because with the Bloody Painter, I actually played that in the middle of the pandemic days. And I just like continued it and finished all the endings all at once last weekend. So yeah. Okay, let's go to the gameplay already. Let's go. Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh wait, I muted it. Anyway, hold on, guys. Kind of muted the game because I was like, I don't want you guys hearing it. Okay. I hope it's not too loud or too soft. Tell me, guys, if it's good, right? So okay. So this is the main menu. Ooh. To be honest, I'm really excited about this because the guy actually kind of looks like Zeal. I'm gonna be biased about this. Alright. I'm not sure about the other characters. I found the other one interesting too, the one who looks like Scaramouche from Genshin. He's kinda interesting, but I don't know if he has a root though. Alright, let's start. The kid at the back. Oh. Okay. So notice the game is still in development and incomplete and may be prone to encountering some bugs and errors. I hope I don't encounter errors. I'm just hoping. Okay. Alright. Disclaimer. This game is rated 18 plus. Minors are strictly prohibited from playing this game or engaging in any shape or form of the game. In no way, shape or form the creator condones or accepts the illegal and horrible actions shown in game made by the characters. This visual novel is made for creative venture and is pure fiction, and it should not be romanticized or replicated in real life. It is highly discouraged. Okay, so guys, if I have viewers there that are minors, you gotta get out of here. This game is very gory, I think. Okay, so this game includes explicit and dark themes such as death, murder, sexual assault, non-consensual touching, implied abuse, and sexual themes that may be sensitive for some audiences. You may see the full list of warnings here or on the game's main menu. I actually read that earlier. By agreeing to these terms, you are hereby allowing yourself to indulge with the game and its contents with full understanding and are able to differentiate between fiction and reality. Of course. Yes. Alright. The story begins. Okay, I'm gonna fix my chair. Hold on. So, it was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea. Whoa! By the sea? Oh my god, I'm seafarer. That a maiden live whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. Oh my god, why does it have to be Annabel? But anyways, Day one, the beloved. Alright, let's see. Oh, this font. Alright, Professor. And class dismissed. By our meeting, I need a full report on everyone's poem that they have chosen. Wait, okay. Wait. Is that music too soft now? Okay, or there's nothing at all. Probably. I will not accept one paragraph. I need two whole pages filled with words. Everyone got that? The class. Oh, oh shit! Wait, wait. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. The classroom broke into a series of "Yes, Professor," while some spared no time in packing their things, eager to be dismissed and disregarding the teacher altogether. your literate, your literature teacher. Oh my God, what is my English today? Ha 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 ha. Blah blah blah. Your literature teacher packs up her own things and exits the classroom. Sorry. It's been a while. I didn't talk for almost the whole day today. Almost. The moment your literature teacher left, the classroom broke into small groups as each student gathered up to meet with their respective cliques. Some engaged in conversation, while some spared no time in exiting the classroom. A yawn escaped your lips. You turned your head and observed the clouds outside. The clouds are shaded in dark gray. The sky's once blue color is now turning the same lighter shade of gray. The looming threat of rain made you click your tongue in irritation. I will feel the same way. Just my luck. I didn't bother to bring an umbrella too. Standing up from your seat, you were about to grab your bag when you felt a tap on your shoulder. Ooh, she looked pretty. She looked a bit sassy though. Turning around, you came face to face with cobalt blue eyes. Her blonde hair shaped like swirls with its ends dyed in blue and pink, complementing her entire ensemble, even if it's just a white button up that clearly looks too small for her. Yeah, that thing is about to pop. Hot pink jacket tied around her waist and the school's black shirt. Her hand, which you assumed was the one that tapped your shoulder, hung up in the air. She seemed unsure whether to continue or not, judging from the way her eyebrows furrowed downward while biting her glossed lower lip. She turned slightly, her head not fixed on you, but rather on whoever is behind her. You hear her whisper something under her breath before eventually composing herself and turning her focus solely on you now. Hey, you're going to lunch with us, right? I mean, you should. I don't usually see you in the cafeteria often, so you must not be eating properly. How can you keep up with classes looking like that? Oh, she's concerned. Excuse me? You took a step back, clenching the strap of your bag as you glare at the blonde woman before you. Who is this woman? Who does she think she is? Judging from the woman's expression, she finally came to realize the words that came out of her mouth. Ah, I. Brittany! A familiar voice interrupted the two of you. You turned your head to where the voice was, and there stood none other than your old friend. That's really insensitive. Oh, it's a guy. I used a girl voice over there. That's really insensitive of you. Imagine if someone else told you about how you look. His familiar orbs are of azure blue, nearly replicating lapis lazuli, and his chocolate brown hair tied loosely in a low braid. Sun-kissed skin enhanced his handsome features, adorned with a black long-sleeved button-up and an indigo vest to add to his clean look. He's known as Jericho Ichabod? Or is it Ichabod? I don't know. forgive me to Forgive me for butchering your name, sir. Crow for short. The class representative and a close friend of yours. Well, the only close friend you have. Crow made his way to your side. With a hand on his hip, he reprimands the blonde haired woman next to you, and the said woman just shrugged her shoulders. He placed a hand over your beating heart. The close proximity between you two caused a blush to appear on your cheeks. No matter how many times you get close to him or him getting near you, you'll never get used to it. His whole aura just gives a warm feeling in you. The butterflies in your stomach trashing and raging, begging to be released. Whoa. Yeah, you may have a bit of a crush on him. Are you sure, girl? Just a bit? The woman named Brittany just rolled her eyes, seemingly used to Crow's reprimands. Well, you're the one who insisted on me initiating talk. You could have done it more nicely, you know? Like a simple invite alone. Crow gives you a small smile while handing out something to you. You look down to see it. It was your ID. You dropped this, by the way. Oh, your name is Fuwa! Right. Chidori. The ID shows my name, Fuwa Chidori, along with my pronouns. Yeah, she, her, hers. You stare at your you stare at your own ID picture and see yourself more feminine. Alright. You use feminine terms and will be called a girl or woman. You looked at your ID picture, seeing a young woman and reading your name with your eyes. Name Fuwa Chidori, pronouns she, her. Yes. Your fingers briefly brushed against his. You bit your lip, then muttered a small thank you before pocketing your school ID. Crow gives you a close-eyed smile, returning with his own thank you, then turns his attention back towards Brittany. Following up behind Brittany, there are three more people. The tallest of the three is a sporty-looking man, clad in a green and yellow jersey with the number 10 settled in front. His eyes are a bright green, the color that kind of reminds you of green apples. His skin a beautiful brown that nearly matches his curly hair, while a stubble is nestled on his chin, indicating his maturity. Oh, this one! This is the guy who looks like Scaramouche. this, he's a long hair. I didn't see the long hair in the pictures in the thing. Right. The second tallest is a man in purple hoodie. His eyes are sharp and slanted with long lashes, adorned with teal-colored orbs underneath. Hi, hi, Truck. Hi, Oyasumi. Sorry, I just saw your messages. I got focused on reading. Sorry. Hi, guys. Welcome to my stream. Hello. His hair straight and styled into a hime cut, save for a short strand tied with a red ribbon, and a low ponytail bound with the same shade of red behind him. He looks uninterested with what is going around at the very moment, sorry. And the last but not least is the shortest of the three, maybe within the group as well. Her skin pale, her face dotted with few freckles, then and there as rectangular shaped frames shield away orange orbs. Ooh, kind of look good too. Her hair is short and loose like waves. She wears a black button up under an orange vest and a black skirt matching Britney. Oh my gosh, why am I eating my words today? Sorry, guys. It's not me. I've not been talking much this whole day. That's why. Damn, Brit. You sure are bad at socializing. Hey, Gio. Seems like you have a competition. The tall, the tall jock, clad in a yellow and green sports jersey, lets out a laugh, causing some students to turn to look at him. Britney's face grew red from embarrassment, gritting her teeth. She crossed her arms while tapping her foot on the ground. This only made the jock laugh even harder. Shut the fuck up, Daryl. You're causing a scene. Okay. My truck. Also, if he were me, he would have done just as badly. That is in fact not true. I'm a lovable guy. Oh yeah? As the two argue, you turn your head toward the other tall male in a hoodie. Sensing your gaze, he looks down at you, his hand still in his hoodie pocket. A sudden chill went down your spine. You quickly averted your gaze away from the imposing male and landing on the meek girl in orange right beside Brittany. She hasn't spoken since she arrived with the two males, but judging from how attached she is to Brittany, you're guessing she's closer with her than the rest of the group. She kind she kind of reminds you of yourself when you were still new to the school with no one to talk to. Not until Crow befriended you, of course. Were you as clingy to Crow back then as she is with Brittany now? Sorry, they're kind of a rowdy bunch, huh? I hope you're not too overwhelmed. They sure are something. Look, Fuwa, you're still free not to join us for lunch if you're uncomfortable. Meeting new people is overwhelming. I just want to let you know that I respect your feelings and that you matter, Fuwa. Crow reassures you with a worried smile on his face. You turn back to the group. The tall jock named Daryl, now bothering Gio with an arm around his shoulder. The visible irritation on Gio's face did nothing to sway Daryl's happy-go-lucky personality. Brittany leans on one of the desks with her arms crossed, striking a conversation with the bespectacled girl next to her. What's her name? I didn't seem to catch it last time. Crow glanced at where you were pointing at. Ah, Jessie? You can call her Jess for short. She's best friends with Brittany. She kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. All shy and quiet. Only that you're cuter. Crow pinches your cheek playfully and you groan. But your mock annoyance is betrayed by the small smile that formed on your face, on your lips. What the heck? On your lips. How time flies, huh? That's right. You got yourself acquainted with Crow in your sophomore year. Before you left for the city, your father emphasized the importance of having companions and establishing friendships, most especially in this college. Olympius University, the largest university in Titan City. Olympius. Might do it Olympus. Anyways, it is known for having the best facilities and the best education, where you're guaranteed to rise from the bottom to the top. Well, that's what the advertisements tells you. You tried getting to know people during your first year, but to no avail. No matter how much you tried to make friends, you just couldn't seem to bring yourself to talk to anyone. And to your dismay, no one seems to bother to even befriend you. Oh, that's actually sad. Sure, you will talk with a few classmates for projects, but nothing goes beyond that. As if they're scared of you. Oh, or more like disgusted? You can never tell. The looks you receive have all been mixed signals, some bad, some out of pity. That is, until Crow came into the picture. Among everyone, Crow was the sole person who approached you with the intention of friendship. You were wary of him at first. Why would someone want to befriend you out of nowhere? Your past experiences cause you suspicion. You've had a history with people who tried to earn your good graces because you were somehow beneficial to them. Oh. You thought Crow would be the same case, so you ignored him. But then he kept following you, trying to strike a conversation with you every now and then. You tried to dismiss him, ignoring his presence as usual. But Crow was determined to break down your walls and kept insisting on tagging along until it annoyed you once. Just once. That is, until it happened on the last day of your first semester in your sophomore year. You fell victim to one of the school's biggest hidden flaws. If Crow wasn't there to stop them, you could not begin to imagine what might have happened to you. Oh, thank goodness you're unharmed. I should have said that more in good. You're concerned about me? How about you? You're the one who's hurt. Thinking back, you thought he was crazy and stupid, taking blow after blow until the perpetrators got bored and left the both of you. Well, that's the whole point, right? As long as you're not hurt, this is nothing. I. You're crazy. You know that? And he just laughs it off, wincing due to the bruises on his face. I never got your name. Crazy person? It's Jericho. Ichabat. But just call me Crow. Nice to meet you, Crow. I'm Fuwa. Right. You brought him to the clinic that day and became inseparable ever since. Right after that incident, Crow promised to never get in fights again and continues to keep his word on it. You really owe it to him. You look back up at Crow. He tilts his head. Something on your mind, Fuwa? Nothing. Just happy that you're my friend. He looked at you with raised eyebrows, probably surprised at how random your thought seems. He didn't say anything as he let your words sink in, and his usual gentle smile appeared on his face. Crow inched closer to you, indicating that he feels the same way. Brittany must have taken notice of the amount of time wasted in talking and arguing as she turns to you one last time. We've talked a little bit too much. We'll end up not getting any seats if we keep this up. So, are you coming with us or not? Caught up in your little daydream about the past, Brittany finally spoke, catching her attention. You look back at Crow, recalling his words. Don't force yourself to join if you're still uncomfortable. You then decided to. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to go with them. Brittany hummed a sound of content before turning her heel and heading towards the classroom exit, her three other friends following behind her. Crow looks back at you by the door waiting for you. Catching up, you raise your head to meet his azure orbs once more. Your heartbeat quickens within your ribcage in response. You two, stop ogling at each other and hurry up! Britney's Britney's exclamation made the both of you jump. You merely look down, using your hair as a curtain to hide your reddened face. Crow just rubbed the back of his neck. You two eventually followed behind Whitney and the rest of the group towards the cafeteria. The cafeteria is loud and crowded. Tables are filled with students while the rest are lined up by the counter, grabbing their lunches. A groan escaped Brittany's lips as she looked around for any signs of a vacant table you all could share. What a fucking great time to not bring lunch, huh? Next time, I'm preparing my lunch the night before. Okay. Oh, erase. I wonder why it's so crowded today. New lunch menu, perhaps? It seems like it. We'll be left with nothing else if we keep standing around here and loiter. Hey, Gio, Daryl. Oh, yes. What is it, your royal majesty? Daryl cooed with a teasing tone. Brittany rolled her eyes at his silly gesture. Could you two look for a vacant spot while the rest of us line up? Save us time that way. Yes, sure, Brit. Let's go, Gio. Wrapping an arm around Gio's shoulder, while ignoring his obvious irritation from the said male. The two walk away in hopes of looking for an occupied table. Brittany then turns to you. Alright, Fuwa. I'm not sure if we have packed anything like those two did, but if you want to line up with us or go help them find a table, make a choice. You decided that you... I don't want to be left with Daryl. I'm not interested, man. Okay, I'm gonna go buy lunch with Brittany. I'll buy. Alright then. Daryl, Gio, go find us some seats while we line up. Daryl waved Brittany away, mouthing, I got it, before turning around with Gio. The jock's arm wrapped around his grumpy friend's shoulder, dismissing the visible annoyance on Gio's face. Come on, Jess. Let's get in line. Yes, of course. You may go first, Britt. With haste, Jess trails behind Brittany. Let's get in line as well, before more people start piling up. We don't want to end up with the bad stuff, don't we, Fuwa? You can say that again. You shuddered at the thought, remembering the leftovers from the school cafeteria. With a nod, you and Crow made it in line with the rest of the student body. While you were lining up, Crow turns his attention back to you. I'm I'm glad you decided to come with us, Fuwa. I know it may seem selfish of me to drag you along, but they are our new friends now. I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna say nothing to this. You said nothing, but bit your lower lip. Your silence caused Crow to furrow his eyebrows, but he didn't utter a single word. Was that a bad decision? Once everyone got their food, Brittany turned her heel and walked towards where Daryl and Gio were seated. Move your ass aside, Daryl. I'm sitting there. A loud gasp escaped Brittany's lips. Oh shit. Sorry, guys. Her mouth open in wide shock. The food on her tray is now splattered across her white uniform. Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh, it sucks. Brittany! Oop. Sorry about that. You should have watched where you're going there. Where you're going there. Ah, bullies. Multiple footsteps came near. A trio of girls shows themselves before you. The tallest of the bunch, the red-haired one, placed a hand over where her heart is, and lets out a mocking gasp at the mess. Brittany's eyes met with the red-haired bully. Judging from the way Brittany's face twisted with rage, they seem to know each other. Ugh. Brit, are you alright? You should get yourself cleaned. You fucking bitch. This is my only clean uniform. How fucking dare you? Oh, look, it's Miss Claire all flared up. Careful there, sweetie. You'll get wrinkles. It's not like you're. It's not like you're not ugly already. Oh my god. The mean girl coos at Brittany. Her two friends behind her laughs along with her antics. You've got a bad feeling about this. The entire cafeteria breaks in a few murmurs and whispers, their attention now fixated on the group of girls. Some stopped eating while some took out their phones, ready to film to whatever happens next. Crow tried to come in between them to stop the fight, but he wasn't fast enough. Splat! Next thing we knew, another loud gasp was heard. A wide smile etched itself on Brittany's face. The mean girl's white uniform, now smeared with varieties of wet sauces and oils, matching Brittany's own dirtied uniform. Jess' face filled with shock. The food from her taste the food from her tray is now gone. Oh no. Take that shit stain. You fucking bitch. Food fight! Of course, he will say that. The moment Daryl howled those words, the cafeteria went into a hectic frenzy. Food and drinks started flying across the area as each student started tossing whatever they get their hands on. Are those trays? Ah, Fuwa! Everyone, stop this madness at once! A sudden wave of pain made its way to your head, and the last thing you saw was Crow calling out your name before passing out. Ugh, where am I? Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness. Oh, wait. Crow? You tried to sit up, but a sudden shot of pain went through your head. Stopped you. Hmm? Went through your head, stopped you. Okay. You reached out to touch where the ache was coming from, but Crow stopped you by holding into your wrist. Careful now. The nurse already bandaged your head. Don't push yourself. Crow gently pushed you back down on the medical bed. He takes a lone stool and takes a seat right next to you. What happened? Well, after Daryl started that mess of a food fight, the principal was called in to stop it. Daryl got lucky enough to escape when he did. Gio was nowhere to be seen. Oh, he would have escaped that. As for Brittany, what about her? Well, just help her out to grab a new uniform from the principal's office. Then why does my head hurt so much? Someone somehow threw a tray and you were unfortunate enough to get hit by it. Thankfully, I got you out of there before things got ugly. Thanks, girl. I owe you one. I'm always there for you, Fuwa. Never forget that. Anyway, It's around 1:45 in the afternoon right now. I should probably head out to my next class. You should stay here until the nurse gets back. You'll be alright alone here, right? You wanted to say no, but stop yourself before you could. Yes, you can go ahead. You sure? Yes, I'll be fine, Crow. You've done enough for me today. You gave him a small smile, but he did not return it. Crow squeezes your hand and quite hesitant to let you go. Eventually, he loosened his grip. He stands up from his chair and walks towards the exit. But before he could leave, he turned around and gave you one last smile, eventually closing the door and going out of the infirmary. You groaned and laid down back down on the bed, feeling the bandage on your head. At least the pain is slowly dying a bit. Hope it didn't leave a mark on my head. You're guessing you came face to face with the edges of one of the metallic trays. Since when did trays hurt that much? Then again, there were athletes in the area, Daryl being one of them. Just then, you heard the door opening. The nurse's voice echoing through the room as the clicking of her heels got louder as she drew closer. Mm. The school nurse entered, and following her was a tall student dressed in black. Oh, that's him! This him! This is our main guy! Right. He seems to be holding onto his left hand. You can see a red streak of blood overflowing. That looks bad. He sure had it worse than me. I wonder what happened. You should be thankful you didn't cut a vein. How were they able to get past with that pocket knife in the first place? The nurse sighed. It seems like she got her hands full with another student. The latter, however, didn't say anything as he let out a small hiss when the nurse dabbed some disinfectant on his wound. He sat up slowly, carefully to not hit your head or on anything else before stealing a glance at the student and the nurse. Your eyes meet with reddish-orange ones. Your heart raced as you feel your heartbeat quicken. What an unusual color. They remind me of the setting sun. The nurse finishes up wrapping around his wound, a blotch of red slowly seeping out and staining the once white bandage. However, his gaze is still fixated on you. The nurse follows his line of sight and finally takes notice of your conscious figure. Ah, you're finally awake, Miss Chidori. She approached you with a bottle of painkillers. She took from one of the transparent cabinets on the walls before handing a pill to you. How are you feeling, dear? Does your head still hurt? It's slowly dissipating, ma'am. Thank you. She hands you the pill and you take it down your throat. You're free to stay here for a while longer, Miss Chidori, but you need to return to your class as soon as you're feeling better. You gave the nurse a nod. She in return hums in approval before going back to the taller male in black. As for you, Mr. Brugmania, what are these names? Brugmania? If ever your bandage gets dirty throughout the day, don't hesitate to come back here and I'll reapply it with a new roll. The taller male hummed. He turns on his heel and made his way towards the exit door before pausing. I'll return to my class now. Thanks for patching me up, nurse. The tall student gives you one last look with his fiery red eyes before making his exit with a click of the door. The nurse lets out a sigh, rubbing her temples, feeling a headache surfacing. I swear that child comes here every other day. Him? Oh, you're not classmates with Mr. Brugmansh? Odd. I thought he might know you, from the way he was looking at you. No, no. I haven't seen him around. I haven't seen him around. More like you never bothered to look who is around you, since no one would even bother to spare a glance at you. Well, either way, don't get into much trouble like him, alright? That raises a question in your head. Just how bad were the guy's injuries that he comes to the nurse office almost every other day? It kind of explains why she's been sighing hard ever since she brought the tall meal into her office. With an injury as bad as a near stab wound on the palm, you could only take a wild guess. And as much as you're curious to know what transpired, you're nearly late for your next class. Eyeing the clock on top of the doorframe, you got out of the medical bed. You thanked the nurse and made your way out of her office. Oh. Whew. Barely making it to your next class, you slid the classroom door open, earning you a few looks from the students inside the room. Turning to the podium, you exhaled a breath you didn't realize you were holding when you realized that your teacher was still absent. Fixing your composure, you scanned the room. A few easels and shelves filled with brushes and bottles stained with acrylic paint guaranteed that you made it to the right class. You make your way to your seat. Once settled down, you groaned, placing your elbows on the desk and resting your chin on top of your hands, waiting patiently for your professor's arrival. Though you couldn't help but notice the feeling of someone staring at you. You shook it off, thinking that it must have been the lack of sleep. You look out of the window. Or maybe it's the cold weather. Hearing the classroom door open, your art professor makes his way inside, his large round belly standing out, round spectacles sitting on top of his nose, and a stereotypical round beret on his head. He greets the class before starting his lecture. Alright. Art exhibit project featuring various eras of art as part of our thesis. This time, we're tasked with expressionism. Remember, this is all part of your paper and not to mention making a name for yourself, of course. Ho ho ho! Is that Santa? More like taking the credit of a student's work and using it to advertise your shitty school. You scoffed at the thought. Hope you all got a partner already by this time. For this term, I'm tasking you all to create 3 works based on the exhibit's theme. This is where you want to throw your desk out of the window. How could you forget? You weren't present during the previous meeting and you absolutely knew no one in this specific class. Why were you taking art again? Alright. Your father was an artist as he was a farmer. It was all for him, and maybe you can make a name for yourself with your works, if ever your life as a gardener wouldn't turn out the way it should. All part of Plan B, and if that fails, I've got Plan C and D. I have yet to make up the rest. Or guess I'll die. You shake away your silly thoughts. The problem is now at hand. You do not have a partner to work with. Now, I want all of you to go to your chosen partner for this project so I can start explaining your tasks. Eventually, you're forced out of your seat since your seatmate's partner will be occupying it for the class. You curse at yourself. You could only hope you're not the only student who didn't get their own partner for this class. But upon looking around, It seems like everyone is calm and collected. Were you the only one panicking here? Unlike the rest of the class scurrying around to meet their partner, you were the only fool who was standing still. Wait. Not Note on the only one standing, because from the corner of the classroom, there's a single student not bothering to stand up. Ooh, bothering to stand up from their seat. Their seatmate had left to pair with someone else, leaving a vacant spot. It's that guy in the clinic. Hold on. Right. I never knew he's in the same class as me. Is he not going to bother with his partner? Unless. Hey there! He looks up from his desk and looks at your approaching form before you are eventually standing next to him. It's you. Seems like you're a bit lost there. Do you have a partner? No. Well, just your luck then. Me neither. So, do you want to be partners? Sure, why not? You took the vacant seat right beside him. His book now tucked away and on his desk is now open. It's now it's now a pen and piece of paper, seemingly ready to take notes. Oh, hey, I never got to know your name. It's not quite important. Well, I should at least know what to call you instead of Green Streak Guy. He raised a brow at your silly nickname you gave him before slightly shaking his head. Sullivan Brugmansha. But just call me Saul. Saul? Hmm. Okay, Saul nods, rubbing the back of his head. Oh, it means sunshine or something? Oh my gosh. You can say that. My mother gave me that name. It's a lovely name. Thanks. Well, I'm Fuwa Chidori. Nice to finally know your name, Saul. Saul nods with a smile forming on his lips, then returning his attention back to the professor. Tree artwork's a showcase. Note, it has to be some form of expressionism. Mediums will be strictly traditional. Your professor then proceeds to give other pointers for your project before leaving you and the rest of the class for the day. Everyone in the classroom proceeds to talk with their partners, already brainstorming ideas on what they are going to showcase and hopefully could get a high grade. He turned to Saul as he took out his own charcoal pencil and his sketchpad for the class. You got any plans for our first display, Saul? Expressionism is about conveying one's feelings, right? The easiest for now is a portrait. Let's use your face as an example. My face? Let's out a low chuckle. There. You're making a cute expression right now. That can be considered as expressionism. Huh? Oh, but I have the Spanish on my face. Wouldn't that hinder the process? Oh my god, my voice is giving up on me. You recall the events that happened back in the cafeteria. I can simply ignore it. Or make something better out of it. Trust the process. He seems like he already has an idea on what to do. And judging from that half-filled sketchbook of his, he's quite familiar with the concept of art. Me, however... What should I choose? I'm gonna say I'm not good at art. Because me personally is not good at art. I'm sure you're fine. Everyone starts somewhere. Plus, I can't really judge you since I haven't seen your work before. Along with this damned injury in my hand. Alright, let's not stress that hand anymore. Well, prepare to be amazed. That's the spirit. With newfound determination from Soul's cheering, you took out your own sketchpad and charcoal pencil as you worked with his portrait. While you were sketching up, you can't help but avert your eyes on his bandaged hand from time to time. Seems you're quite curious to know what happened to this, huh? And you weren't slick with it either. You froze when he caught you red-handed, just like the red seeping out of his hand. You stopped drawing. Sorry, that was rude of me. It's fine. This is just the usual for me. I've gotten worse injuries than this. We raised a brow at that. Not the worst? Well, if you don't mind me asking, what happened? He paused and averted his eyes, but opened up to speak. Nothing much. Was minding my own business, got assaulted. Had to defend myself. He talked as if it's another normal Monday for him. Your eyes furrowed. He noticed and just chuckled. No need to worry about me. All that matters is that I'm still here. He didn't say anything, however, continuing on with the drawing. Your movement slow and now refusing to look at his injured hand. This school is way more fucked up than I thought it will be. The sound of the school bell rang across the classroom and through the hallway. You quickly made a few more lines on your portrait before giving up. You closed your pad and proceeded to shove it inside your backpack, earning you a confused look on your partner's face. Not even going to show me what you've made? It's not done yet. That never bothered me. Can I see it? Wait! How about a small deal? I'll show it to you once I'm done with portrait and you still need to draw me once your injury gets better. Sounds like a plan? You say with a wide grin on your face, trying your best to convince the male. He stares at your face for a short moment before eventually leaning back on his chair. Arms crossed and nods along with your deal. Packing your things, you and Saul continue out to the hallway. Do you have a phone? We should exchange numbers and update each other so we can do the next 2 more tasks. Saul then takes out his own phone and asks for your number. He recited out as he inputted it on his phone. Let me try to send you a message. He nodded and looked at your phone screen and saw a new notification from an unknown number. This must be Saul's. Sup? Of course. You type so differently from how you look. From the corner of your eye, you see Saul's eyebrow raised at your text. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. He chuckled. He rolled his eyes. Your stare lingers on Saul's face. A smile is embedded on his handsome features while he looks at the block of text on his phone. You bite the bottom of your lip as you recall the events that happened today. Mostly meeting new people, first formally meeting Crow's group and now meeting Soul. Back then you struggled to form friends throughout college that you were convinced you will be graduating without making a single connection, which would undoubtedly disappoint your father, and you were ready for it. You thought to yourself, these are odd people, eccentrics at most. All misunderstood people, all human, all the same. A sudden wave of determination washed over you. With a hand on your chest, you stare into Soul's orbs, making him tilt his head slightly. Soul, I want to be friends with you. I can sense that people tend to misunderstand you and your overall personality. Soul is quiet, but his gaze remains on you with a lingering curiosity. But let me be different. I want to know you. I want to understand you, Soul. If you let me. He blinked once, then twice, then a chuckle. He puts a large hand on top of your head, then ruffles your hair. Alright then, let's mark today as the start of our wonderful friendship, Fuwa Chidori. You playfully push his hand off of your head and nudge him on the shoulder. He lets out a small laugh at your poor attempt. I see you too. I see you too, Sullivan Brugmanja. Just soul is fine, Fuwa. Well, I need to get going. See you tomorrow? Huh? Oh, of course. See you tomorrow, Fuwa. Giving Sol a wave of goodbye, you make your way towards the school exit. My darling. My sweet darling Fuwa. Oh my gosh. See you later, pumpkin. Oh shit! Whoa, 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 whoa. As you walk through the hallway, your eyes caught on something on the nearby bulletin board. A poster was plastered on the large board. The Hallows Ball. Come enjoy the festive spirit of Hallows EU. A Halloween party, huh? Seems promising. A sudden small vibration came from your pocket. Curious, you took out your phone, expecting another message from Soul. It was from Crow. Your heart leaped from your chest, recalling the events that happened earlier this afternoon. Can you meet me after class? Oh dear. I'll be at the front gate. Okay. You didn't send a reply. Turning off your phone, you quickly made haste to the exit. You approached the school's gate, keeping an eye out for your friend. Sure enough, there stood Crow in all his glory, posture straight with his arms held behind his back, his bag neatly placed on the floor, and his foot tapping on the concrete floor nervously. You yourself were growing nervous with each step you took as you drew closer and closer to him. When you reached his side and made your presence known with a small greeting, you noticed the way Crow's eyebrows raised in mild surprise, as if not expecting you to actually show up before him. He cleared his throat before composing himself properly, his body now facing in your direction. You wanted to see me? Was that me? You wanted to see me? Yes, Lifting his bag from the floor, he slings the strap over his shoulder and offers his hand for you to take. I'd like to take you somewhere. It's a bit near the park. I'll lead if you left me. Um, okay. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I should take his arm. You didn't take his outstretched hand, but rather boldly wrapped your arm around his, earning a look of surprise from his azure eyes. He did not question you on the matter, but a wide smile made its way to his features, while a slight blush dusted his cheeks. He holds onto your arm tight and leads the both of you away from the school grounds. By the time you and Crow made it to the park, it was already sundown and the stars slowly started painting the sky. Is this the place you were trying to lead me to, Crow? Not quite yet. Come here. You follow him through a thicket of thick bush, surprised to see stony stairs through a bit run down. Though a bit run down, it still seems sturdy to step foot on. Looking up, you see it leads somewhere above. You and Crow make your way up the stony stairs. Some red and orange leaves coloring the steps as you and him avoid a few puddles from the rain this morning. We've come here. We're here. Come. It's a sight to behold. My god, wait. I'm making my own sentences in this visual novel. Ugh. Taking one last step, you see Crow admiring whatever was beyond him. His smile bright as his eyes twinkle like the stars above. Um, Hi now, now chaotic. Am I pronouncing this right? Now chaotic. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're working. I'm glad to be a background noise for you. All right. Hello, welcome. I hope you don't mind that I'm kinda struggling with my English right now. I don't know. But hey, I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a good day at work also. Okay. Okay, where am I? Your eyes went wide in awe upon seeing the scenery before you, replicating the one Crow has on his face. Not once did you take into consideration the idea of sightseeing within the city. Everything felt unfamiliar, intimidating even. You couldn't blame yourself for feeling so distressed about the idea of traveling, especially since you had no one else within the city to guide you. But gazing at the sea of lights that stretched out before you made you realize that you have been missing much of what the city has to offer. Looking farther ahead, you take notice of a tall tower decorated with bright neon pink lights. A little bit to its right is a movie theater next to a mall. The rows of other buildings with multicolored lights seems endless. The more you scan the area, the more you see unfamiliar places that you didn't know existed. Your moment of silence while admiring the city was interrupted by the sound of rustling grass. You turn around, finding the source of the sound. Crow has made himself comfortable lying on the ground under an old tree. You see his backpack leaning on its trunk. You turn your back from the city and walk to where Crow lay, deciding to keep him company. His gaze on the starry sky shifts to you as you sit down beside him and a hopeful smile grows on his face. Judging from your judging from your face all lighting up, you like this place, huh? Care to join me? Oh my god, why did he sound like Zilgin Jonka? Care for a drink? Accepting his invitation, you gave Crow a slight nod that brought joy to his eyes. You stretch a bit and lay on your back right next to him, your fingers barely touching. You and Crow look at the night sky. You observe how the stars twinkle as if the rain from this morning never happened. How did you manage to find this place? You tilt your head to look at him, and he gives you a closed-eyed chuckle before his twinkling gaze meets yours. I take it that you've never heard of Lily's myth? Have you, Fuwa? Lily's myth. Oh my god. Crow points up at the old tree that stood above you, then returns his gaze to the stars. They say that this tree that the humans came in contact with was blessed by the gods that guard this land. This very same tree here used to bear multiple fruits. They say that they never rot and are free for anyone to take. Or so what the popular interpretation says anyway. There are other versions of the myth? Crow shrugs his shoulders. Moving his gaze from the sky to the tree, he stares at it, as if trying to decipher something just by the mere look of it. There are other versions, yes. Some say the fruits are actually poisonous. Others say it's only meant for the gods and no human must take from it lest they be cursed. That sounds quite gruesome. It's no wonder they would rather use the lighter version of the myth. Crow lets out a low chuckle at your statement, nodding a bit, as if agreeing with you. I guess that might be one of the reasons. Hey, Fuwa. He pauses before speaking again. You perk an eyebrow at him. Yeah? This seems like a silly question. No. Lay it on me. Tell me what it is. Do you believe in gods? The question caught you by surprise. You never thought of Crow as the religious type, more so be interested in gods. Or maybe he's just curious about the idea of them. This may be the best moment to know for sure. I do. They are the very beings that bless our lands and soil. Back in my hometown, we will go to worship in our village's patron goddess church and pray for a good harvest. You recall your visits to the village temple with your father. Being regulars, you visited enough to the point where you became friends with some of those who resided within the church. Every time you dropped by to worship, you and your father would offer your healthiest crops to thank your patron. You haven't gone to church in a while, probably because the city doesn't have a church for your patron deity. Your goddess had more followers near your village, all the way to the south. Crow gives you a nod of understanding. How about you? Do you believe in gods? You turn to Crow, repeating the same question he asked you earlier. He scans your face, your eyes, your nose, then your lips. His lingering gaze made you shrink back, your heart fluttering slightly. Crow seems to realize something to himself as he returns his attention to the stars above, sighing. I don't. This surprises you, and Crow laughs at your visible shock and confusion. What? You didn't think I'd be a non believer? If I have to be honest, no. Why so? You kind of dress like a priest. Crow's azure eyes grew wide as he broke out into one of the loudest laughs you've ever heard from him. He laughed so hard that he had to clench his stomach and wipe at the tear-stained corners of his eyes. He was still chuckling when he unbuttons the first two studs of his black polo, revealing more of his collarbone to you. You quickly avert your eyes, finding the tree's leaves to be very interesting at this moment as you feel a familiar heat rush to your cheeks. How's that? Less formal? For fuck's sake, Jabad. It feels like I'm seeing a Victorian woman's ankles for the first time. What's I'm about to say? Crow grins at your reaction. It took the both of you a few more seconds of going back and forth with his teasing and you reprimanding him before you finally calm down. The next few moments were spent with you pointing at the stars and Crow teaching you the constellations with a gentle whisper-like voice. You both fell silent, basking in the peace of the night. As the silence prolonged, Crow fell deep in thought. About today, Fuwa, and about the guys. So we're moving to this conversation next, huh? I've got to be honest. Daryl put me up on this little hangout while I was feeling down on the dumps. I think I do have to thank him for forcing me and actually gave me a courage to talk to you after class. He lets out that he didn't know he was holding. A brat he didn't know he was holding, refusing to meet your eyes. I just don't know if I upsetted you by suddenly dragging into this group. I probably should have told you about them a long time ago, huh? I'm sorry, Fuwa. You bit your lip. You suspected that you might have upset Crow by making him think that you didn't like the group's presence at all, and that he's forcing you to bend to his will. One thing to know about Crow is that he never is the type to demand, to control, to be a king, to be tyrant. You didn't do anything wrong, Crow. In fact, I should be the one to apologize. You speak up without thinking. Crow turns his head to look at you, his gaze swirling with confusion at your apology. I'm sorry for making you feel bad. I didn't mean to be upset. I just. You swallow a lump in your throat, trying your best to hold the tears that were threatening to spill. I just thought that you'd forget about me after. They're amazing people. Britney's pretty, Daryl's a fun guy. Gio's so cool, and Jess is loyal. They're a great group. And most importantly, you're amazing, girl. You are all amazing, but not me. I'm not sure if I could ever be part of their group. You were always hidden in the shadow, no matter how much you tried to fit in. You were never to be considered. People treated you like someone to toss away, someone to use. You are worth nothing but an extra. Man, that's what she tells is telling you. You couldn't hold it back. A sob escapes your lips. Your vision slowly blurring as you feel wet droplets of tears finally sliding down your cheek from your eyes. For a moment you saw panic in Crow's expression, seemingly not expecting you to burst into tears. He reaches out to hold your hand, and suddenly you feel a pair of arms circling around you as he pulls you closer to him, letting you sob on his shoulder. He says nothing while rubbing a hand along your back, allowing you to cry, not caring about his clothes getting wet from your tears. Once you calm down, Crow rests his hand on your back, not letting you out of his embrace. You're amazing, Fuwa. I'm sorry I never get to tell you that no matter how many times I thought of it. I just couldn't seem to find the words. But you're amazing in your own way, Fuwa. You may not know it, but you're beautiful. You're funny. You're quite a phenomena. You can feel the you can feel vibrations coming from his chest, from the chuckle he emits. Heck, you're the funniest person I know. All I'm saying, Fuwa, is that you're amazing. You have no idea how much tears you've shed tonight. Sometimes you think it's silly and childish to cry over what was probably a trivial matter to some, but the urge to sob returned after hearing those words from him. Do you want me to call you the amazing Spider-Man just to prove that you are amazing? That made you giggle a bit as you wipe your tear-stained cheeks. With whatever strength you could muster, you slowly pulled away and lifted yourself up. You sit yourself up, hovering over a crow. Whoa! And there you see the very man that made you cry by literally doing nothing. His braid came loose. You didn't know then when, but his hair pulled around his head. Crow stares up at you with serene eyes, remaining silent as a gentle smile plastered on his face. There was nothing but the moon illuminating his tender features, yet to your vision he seems to glow. He is absolutely beautiful. Oh, how you wish you could blame everything on him. If you could, you would tell him that he's the reason for all the unnecessary feelings swelling in your chest. You'd tell him exactly how good and bad it feels, the heartaches and butterflies fluttering about your stomach. You want to blame him, but you can't. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm going for you, bro. You have no idea where you got the guts to do the thing you did next, but the feeling of his lips pressed on yours made the butterflies rattle in your stomach, threatening to burst out of their cage. Your heart beats fast like you've just run a marathon as you feel the heat rush to your cheeks. Crow freezes against you, and for a moment there, you thought you just made a huge mistake. You are prepared to pull away and apologize, but he makes a move you did not expect. The gentle grip that Crow had on the small of your back slithers its way to the back of your head. Fingers intertwined with your hair, and he presses you closer to him, returning your kiss with a fervent sense of desperation. His other hand his other hand holds your waist in a tight embrace, not wanting to let you go. Out of your own surprise, you break the kiss by pulling away slightly. Crow chases after you, leaning in close to capture your lips in a deeper and more passionate manner than before. Damn! You feel like a putty in his embrace as he cups your cheek with one hand, his lips needily asking for more access to yours. In response, you shut your eyes tight and your arms come to wrap around his shoulders, granting his desire by tilting your head against his. The both of you losing all sense of the world as you fell deep into the sensation of your lips against each other. He eventually pulls away, a string of saliva connecting your lips to his own. His breaths are heavy, matching yours, and you beheld his red face and hair messier than before. He tucks away a strand of your hair behind your ear and before rubbing your cheek with his thumb. Crow scans your disheveled figure above him. You can see the way his eyes dilate the longer he keeps his gaze on your face. I knew. I knew we were going stargazing tonight, but I didn't expect the brightest star to be just in front of me. Oh, he actually looks good like this. Don't braid your hair no more, girl. I want to see your hair like this. You giggle at his cheesy pick-up line. God. Oh, wait, I missed that. I like you, Fuwa. I like you the first time I laid my eyes upon you. I couldn't tell because I was scared that I might lose whatever we have at the moment, that I will lose you. I couldn't bear to live a life without you. Crow, I like you too. I've liked you ever since too. You chuckle at the silly thoughts you recall, the way you've been doubting your feelings, his feelings. His eyes grow wide, jaw falling slack as he tries to comprehend the words that came out of your lips. He blinks once, twice, before a smile as bright as the stars above appears on his face. Is this a dream? I hope not. If I'm in a dream, please tell me, the sleeping me to never wake up. I want to live in this dream forever. Will this convince you it's not a dream? You lean closer to his face and place a peck on his cheek. Maybe. But I think this will definitely convince me. He captures your lips swiftly, distracting you when he moves in to bury his face in the crook of her neck, to nibble at the soft flesh. You gasp. Now people will know your mind. Hey now! Crow laughs out heartily at your reaction, and you simply roll your eyes. You couldn't stay mad at him. He dusts off the grass that sticks to his shirt before giving you a once over and gently swatting away the leaves on your hair and clothes. You get up and Crow retrieves his bag, almost forgotten by the tree. He looks back at you and takes your hand silently. It was time to go. It was time to leave this magical place. You look at the stars, at how brightly they shone. You gave the sky one last glance before turning away, hand clasped tightly around Crow's as you let him lead you home. Crow walks to your apartment, noting that he kept you out late at night. You bid Crow goodbye after he safely sees you inside, and he gives you a wave before turning on his heel and making his way down the stairs. You close your apartment door and lean on it, heaving a puff of air. You recall the conversation you had with Crow while you walked with him on the street leading to your home. I'm going to give the guys a chance. I think I judged them too quickly. So I want to do better. I want to get to know them better. If you trust them, then I trust them too. Crow's expression was of surprise at your declaration, as your determined face reflected on his orbs. Crow chuckles at your enthusiasm, giving you a friendly pat on the head. I'm glad you're giving them a chance, Fuwa. I'm sure they will feel the same. You engage in other conversations with Crow during your walk, the topics not really being of any importance as you have forgotten them by now, save for his gentle voice and the occasional fond glances he stole at you. Time with Crow seemed to pass by so quickly. You arrived at your apartment complex before you knew it. You make your way to the living room and you throw your school bag to a random corner, immediately down on your sofa as you turn on the small television. Nothing interesting is going on, save for some food commercial and movie trailers. That pizza looks good. Maybe I should order something. Reaching to your pockets and taking out your phone. You were about to dial the numbers on the television when a new notification bubble popped on your notification bar. It's from a group chat you'd never seen before. After scrutinizing it, you realize that it was Crow who added you in. It was a group chat with the rest of his friends. You open it. Anyone wanna go to the Halloween party this Friday? It's gonna be awesome. Aren't we all a bit too old for costume parties? Is it required? You two are no fun at all. I won't go if it's not a I won't go if it's not a school requirement. Much less a waste of my time. Is it? No, it isn't. But it will be a great and fun experience for all of us. I mean, we should loosen up a bit. I agree with Crow. Count me in. Pass. I've got more important things to do than that party. Now, will you excuse me? I'll be doing my leftover task for tonight. Gio has gone offline. Sheesh! A stick in the mud as usual. How about you, Fuwa? Me? You join in? It'll be fun. You were honestly surprised they somehow remembered you. Checking your calendar through your phone, you didn't seem to have any plans in the near future, or plans at all. You'd like to spend your time in your apartment alone. I mean, sure. That's great to hear. Crow seems happy about it, you giggled. This also reminds you of something, or rather, someone. Opening another chat, you typed in Soul's newly added contact and sent him a message by sending the image of the same poster Daryl sent. A Halloween party? Hosted by the school? Yeah. I'm not quite into parties. Oh? Oh, well, that's alright. Just asking, that's all. Wait. If you're coming, then I'm coming as well. Really? Really? Do you plan on dressing up? I don't know. Do you? I mean, it's a costume party, so why not? I'll try to think of something then. Alright. You swear you can feel the smile behind those words. With a quick word of goodbye, you set your phone down when you heard your doorbell. That must be the food delivery. Afterwards, you ate your dinner and prepared yourself for bed. I thought about the events that happened today. Meeting the group, meeting Soul, and most especially your little hangout with Crow. Each and every moment is a special occasion on its own. Letting out a big yawn as you stretch your body. You turn to your laundry slowly piling up and scratch your head. We'll probably do laundry tomorrow. But for now, you plop yourself on the soft cushions of your bed, getting into a comfortable position and slowly dozing off as you close your eyes, embracing sleep as the night goes. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me, the one who loves. I was a child, she was a child, in this kingdom by the sea. Okay, okay, alright. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Holy! Okay. I, I thought this was short! What the heck? Day one was literally a whole hour and a half. My voice is about to give up. Oh, jeez. Holy jeez. Alright, okay. Okay, right. Okay, as you guys can see, my voice, my voice is not actually doing well today. And I just, oh my god, even before, even before I went to the stream, I actually ate a peppercorn candy because my voice was not feeling well. And I thought this was gonna be like 30 minutes, but it was not. I, I was, I thought this was short. It wasn't. Okay, so I'm gonna save day one for now. Okay, I'm going to the chat for now. Hold on. Wait, where's my preferences? Okay, I'm gonna mute it for now and go to my chatting. Right. Alright. That's okay. I'm just gonna do day one for now. I didn't expect it to be this long. My voice was not ready. my reading my reading is so bad today. Kinda. Not gonna lie. I was not ready to read so many words. Oh my gosh. I was thinking since it was a demo that it's gonna be really short because I have played some visual novel demos before and it was shorter. And I was like, holy heck. It took me an hour and a half to finish day one. What? Anyways, I didn't expect this. So yeah, I don't want to fully, destroy my voice today. And uh, I actually have plans to play with friends after this. So yeah, I'm gonna end it for now. I might continue day two next time. Next week because tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a tier list. Oh, here's the thing for tomorrow though. I'm not sure if I can follow the 1:30 p.m. because my mom told me that we're going to do groceries in the morning and we probably will eat lunch at the mall, so I might just be a bit late. A bit. But yeah, I'm still gonna continue my tier list tomorrow. That's for sure. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys for those who came by, those who are lurking. I'm so sorry if my English reading was so bad today. I was I wasn't ready. I barely talked today because if you guys didn't know, it was pretty chill at work today. There were only 3 patients today, and I was like, oh, okay. I just did my X-ray for those 3. Um, I just encoded 1 patient, and I was practically done for the day. I didn't talk much. That's why my voice was like was not warmed up, sadly. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for those who came by. Thank you for those who, made me your background noise. I'm so sorry if I'm kind of noisy at the same time. But yeah. Thank you guys. Bye bye.